Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're having so much fun, big fun. Thank you very much for hanging out with us this evening as we are joined by the cast of CLOVER from SABC2. Now, crumpets, yes, they're always welcome at any breakfast or brunch. Honestly, you can have them any time of the day, I would. But today we are taking things up a notch and we're serving you a caramel crumpet cake. Yes, it sounds delicious. Well, wait, there is a whole lot more. We're topping it with some delicious creamy clover classic custard. Yum. Let's get into it. Let's get down to business.
I don't know who those people
I don't know how you're going to concentrate on the recipe.
I'm struggling. That's why I'm just focusing on the plates and the stove and nothing else. Otherwise, I might get distracted.
I was already getting distracted. I even said we're making some what. But we're back here now.
But now we're just going to have some fun. We've shown you how to make a crumpet dough or crumpet batter. It's quite simple, but let's just say, I mean, it's that time of the year. It's going into Easter. You're supposed to be buying all the nice things for Easter, but now you forgot to buy the cake, my guy.
Which most people do.
Yeah, it's that dessert, you know. So instead of having to run around and go buy, what, you've got the ingredients in your pantry. You've got all the stuff that we use. You've got the flour, you've got the yeast, all of that, right?
Yes.
Make a crumpet cake. It's easy, it's simple, it's delicious, and it's got caramel, like, hey,
I need you to show us just how easy this is to me. Show it to us.
Awesome. So I've made the batter, and just to add a bit of additional flavor to it, I've added some mashed banana into this.
Okay, so you mashed the banana first.
Yes, I mashed the banana first, but we're also going to put some banana on the top. So if you don't mind, dear sir, may I ask you to slice up some banana for us, because we're also going to put that on the very top. Nice. But I'm going to get started with at least cooking one crumpet, just to show you. We're going back here, so we're going to put a lot in.
I like how Ray's standing there just like,
look,
thank goodness I don't get to do any of this.
Don't worry, I'm going to get him involved very soon. So as you can see, I've made sure to put quite a bit. Because we wanted to have structure, we want it to be nice and thick, but we also want it to be nice and wide. So I want to fill up the bottom of that pan as much as I can.
Thick crumpets, for me, those are the only crumpets worth even having in your house. If they're not thick, don't invite me.
Agreed.
We're all about the thickness.
Yeah, please.
Now, fine, I've made this baby. I've let it sit. It's got nice and, I'm going to say 5 to 6 minutes on each side.
Okay.
Flip it over once you see the surface breaking, those bubbles breaking. And then now we can start aligning. But do let them cool down before you use them. Otherwise, your caramel sauce is just going to fall apart.
Yes.
So you're not here to look pretty. You're here
Okay.
I'm sorry. You can look pretty and still work. You know that you can do the two at the same time.
That's possible.
So all I need you to do is imagine yourself making a cake for your loved one, and it is the masterpiece that they have to go and speak to the universe about you. Guti, this is representing
No,
you.
this is my calling, don't worry.
This is your calling.
Okay. Yeah.
So since we're speaking of loved ones, while you do that, right, tell us, do you have a love interest there by CLOVER, or is there going to be one that is going to come?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say much about it, but if you keep watching, you might just see something.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I love that. So what's he doing there? What's that process called?
All right, so in essence, we call it icing, like you would ice a cake.
Okay.
But instead, we've got some caramel that we've got there. It's very easy. Caramel and banana go very well together. If you're thinking of a banoffee pie, all the time. So those bananas that you're making for us, in fact, if you wanted to, you can even layer it as you're adding the caramel as well. Okay. But we've also got some caramel popcorn in there for that additional texture, because even though we're making a cake, I always believe there's got to be texture still.
So when you told me about this recipe earlier this morning when we discussed this, I thought I've got to bring some Clover Classic custard. Because for me, I feel like that's the thing that's going to seal the deal, okay? And I'll tell you why I did that. I brought Clover Classic custard, we know, because it is versatile. You can use it with dessert, any dessert as well. It's delicious on its own as well. So if you weren't making the cake, let's be honest, you could literally just rock up with this.
Yeah.
But in this instance, please do make the recipe, make the cake, and simply pour it and enjoy. And when it comes to this recipe, these maxi crumpets, they really are made using yeast, so that's going to be really, really good and very important. It lends a slightly, fermented taste, and the flavor. This is really where it offsets that sweetness of the crumpets, and I love it. I'm going to love the taste of this, I can tell.
Well, while you love it, I'm just going to pour some of this in.
I'm going to love it. I can tell I'm going to love it because the layers are looking so good, so richly done, so generous.
See, I did well, right? Guys, you can tell that I'm used to this.
You can.
I think that...
Do you not use a spoon?
First attempt, not so bad.
Not so bad.
It's not my first time, guys. I make cakes
There's a
for
lot
Christmas.
more to do over there. So I'm glad I was
Yeah,
the bananas.
Danielle's also just like,
Doesn't this look delicious? I think this looks delicious.
But I think add the bananas, and we're not done. Do you want to just add some to yours and give us a taste? Let me know what you think, because it's easy for us to just talk here.
So I'm going to add some of my Clover Classic custard on this, and honestly, that's going to be the thing that defines this recipe and makes it the recipe that it wanted to be and was always meant to be. Wait for this.
While you do that, Tabi, I just want to show you. Remember we were talking about the difference between pancakes and crumpets? This is the defining character of crumpets. These holes.
Those holes, the bubbles, yeah.
Correct. Now I'm gonna.
It's a nice and airy.
I was trying to flip it, but I think my magician skills are not working. But let's try.
I mean,
There we
come on,
go.
That was amazing.
Did not call the chef for nothing.
The fluffiness is, for me, the moment.
Yeah.
The combination of all of these flavors coming together, it's a symphony in your what? Mouth. Thank you very much. That's all I gotta say about it. Everybody is wanting to get a taste and a bite of this. And guys, we will give you a chance.
Oh, please, yes.
But we really do want you guys to be a part of the action. Go on to afternoonexpress.co.za if you want this recipe. On there, you will find the recipe, yes, but all of the ingredients that you are going to need. And if you've learned anything from Ray, you will then also learn, you will have learned how to really layer it all nicely together. And if you learned anything from Daniel, how to chop up bananas like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, come on, made that look so easy.
There we go. So go and do it now. afternoonexpress.co.za. Enjoy.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic.
The classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.